Hello, my name is Coco, and I'm doing a recap of episode 13 of Let's Eat. And it starts off with Lee Soo Kung, Kim Hak Moon dropping off Lee Soo Kung. And as soon as she gets up to near her apartment, there's Goo Young. He's like, "Where have you been?" And blah blah this and blah blah that. And he was just, because he was concerned, asking, wondering where she's been at. And she was like, well, the dog got sick. And while she was talking to him, Kim Hak Moon came and brought a Valentine's gift. And you could tell Goo Young didn't like it, which is odd. Because, he's all about telling Kim Hak Moon to, confess to Lee Soo Kung about her feelings. So she said thank you, and she went in the house. In the apartment. And while she was in the apartment, she was thinking about how Kim Hak Moon confessed to her. And then Goo Young acting like he, he was worried about her. And I guess because she was like expressing herself loudly, or maybe he heard a noise. Goo Young put his ear to the wall because he was in his apartment, and then next thing you know, he's busted in, going in her house and helping her apartment and moving her bed. And then he was like, let's eat. And then after they got done eat, he was like, you should give Kim Hak Moon a chance. And then he left. And it was like, oh, because, Lee Soo Kung cried. And it's like, dang. Because, she's like, Mother Chucker, I like you. And then you over here telling me to like somebody else. I mean, so, you could tell, she was sad about that. And, like, Kim Hak Moon was like, texting her to see if she's still awake. She didn't even bother answering. Anyway, Goo Young had a dream about Lee Soo Kung going off with some man in the field. So, and he woke up like, why am I dreaming about her? And then, Lee Soo Kung, while she's getting ready for work, she found out that Kim Hak Moon was already, downstairs waiting to take her to work. So, she told, Yoon Jin Yi to take her dog to the vet. And so she went off with Kim Hak Moon. He even brought her food to eat, and she was in one of those moods again, which is a very odd for her not to be like, well, she kind of actually did like that he had to like brought all this bag of food for her to eat, and she's like, I can't eat all this. And then he was like, I'll help you eat it, which I don't know why he said it, because before that he was like, I already ate. And so now he's like, oh, I eat breakfast. And then when Goo Young was coming out the apartment, he saw Yoon Jin Shi and Yoon Jin Yi, and she was like, I'm taking him to the vet. And again, Goo Young had that face. He was saying the right stuff about, it was okay that Kim Hak Moon liked Lee Soo Kung, but his face told a different story. So, while they're going out the apartment, then Kim Hak Moon and Lee Soo Kung had got, near the office, and she's like, let me talk to you. And she's like, well, I like someone, and she said, I know how hard it was that you confess your feelings and have feelings for me for 10 years, but I can't see you as a man and woman. And then Kim Hak Moon was like, you ain't even gave us a chance to meet as a man and woman, and woman and a man. And he was like, give me 1 month. No. Give me 1 week. No. Give me 1 day. So he could show that, just don't say no. Like, give him a chance. And so she was like, okay. So when they went to the office, before that, the manager heard that. He was like, because he couldn't believe his ears, because, he thought that Kim Hak Moon like Yoon Jin Yi. And so soon as Kim Hak Moon and Lee Soo Kung got back to the office quick, got back to the office first, and so Attorney O was in there like, sure, I can't have Goo Young, so I'm gonna just give all my attention back to Kim Hak Moon. And so when Kim Hak Moon went in his office and Lee Soo Kung was making Attorney O's coffee, here goes the manager, and he was like, Kim Hak Moon likes Lee Soo Kung. And manager O was like, Attorney O was like, you lying, was you dreaming? And he was like, no, I was just in front of the coffee shop and I heard him confess. Oh, that was not good news for Attorney O. She even confronted him and told Kim Hack Moon, was like, I know that I was feeling, I was trying to get with Guda Young, but that doesn't mean you should be liking Lee Soo Kung got an anchor. And he's like, I don't know where you got your information for, but I liked her for 10 years, and it's not out of anger. And he's like, it's good that you like Guda Young. Good luck with that. And he was like, please do not make it hard for Lee Soo Kung. And, that, I like her. Attorney over here, none of that. She came with this this big stack of papers telling Lee Soo Kung she needed to make 10 copies of each. And, the manager thinking that, okay, Lee Soo Kung is about to become Kim Hack Moon's wife, let me butter her up so, he can keep his job. And he's like, I'll copy it. And then Kim Hack Moon came out. He was like, let's go meet this client, Lee Soo Kung. And, Attorney O was like, why would she meet a client? And somehow food was brought up. And she's like, I'm on a diet. And she was just going, and she like left, okay. So I knew he was, because they did not talk about going to see a client. So I'm like, okay, they're talking about going on a date. And but they get to the restaurant. Lee Soo Kung was like, where's the client? He was like, I just went to eat lunch with you. And I'm like, girl, how did you not notice that? And find out that this chef, nobody was in there, and the chef was his friend and calling him a butthole. And you could tell they were awkward. And, you can't get over the awkwardness because, he didn't like her for more than 10 years. That is a long time. And, two, he treated her not very well. And this is kind of hard to, say, oh, all the stuff you did wrong to me, I'm supposed to not pay attention to that anymore just because you like me. It's kind of hard. But, she got her food and, she was eating, well like she usually do, but then it showed that Yoon Jin called Guda Young. It was like, the dog needs to rest at the hospital, you want to go eat lunch. And they come across the same restaurant that Kim Hack Moon and Lee Soo Kung is at. And they go in and the hostess was like, a client renting out this whole restaurant, but they see Lee Soo Kung and Kim Hack Moon, and they go over there and they invite them to eat. And you could get Lee Soo Kung is looking awkward because she likes Guda Young, but Guda Young is giving her looks, getting looks too, like he ain't comfortable with it. Like, you telling them to get together or whatnot, and after they got done eating, Kim Hack Moon was like, you gonna take a picture of your blog? And I get to see this. And he was like, Lee Soo Kung, you want to put your hands in it? And she said no, because, she's uncomfortable, being around him. And he's like, look at that. Okay, oh, now you don't want to put your hands up in my, for the pictures from my blog? And she's like, let me go to the bathroom. And while she was in the bathroom, Yoon Jin Yi had told her that, Guda Young didn't accept her confession. She didn't get to confess, and Lee Soo Kung was so happy. But this is funny that Yoon Jin Yi was like, but I'm not giving up. She said, I heard that Kim Hack Moon liked you for over 10 years, so she said, I'm still going to confess to Guda Young. So Lee Soo Kung wasn't happy after that. So anyway, they come out of the bathroom, and Guda Young and Yoon Jin Yi leave first. And when they was outside, Yoon Jin Ji was like, maybe we shouldn't have intruded into their date or something like that. You could tell Guda Young was not like happy camper, which you get this odd, because he was all about them going out, like, hello, what's this look on your face saying otherwise? And so he went to go to a client's house, and while they was getting the car, Lee Soo Kung gets a phone call. Kim Hack Moon being nosy that she got them on the phone call. He was like, who's that? He sounded like a man's voice. And she said it was a victim of the woman that she saved, because you remember when she accused Guda Young of assailant, and he wants to meet for lunch, and she just felt odd about going out, and she said something about their moving and things like that. And Kim Hank Moon was like, why not? He said you did a good thing. So she went and got ready and leave, but she didn't see after he dropped, I guess Kim Hank Moon dropped off at the apartment or whatever, or she got there somehow, and so she was leaving the apartment, and Goudet Young saw her, but she didn't hear him, and he was like, oh, she must be going on another date, which again, look on his face says otherwise. Like, okay, you should be happy for her. You don't want to tell her to go out with Kim Hank Moon. So he goes to see Yoon Jin-yi. He's going up to the apartment and see Yoon Jin-yi getting out of something out of their hall, and he's like, "This looks like it's been open." Because of the delivery guy visited again with the creepy look. Like, why are you looking that way after you put her mailbox? Like, I don't know. Like, something's creepy off about him. Anyway, he's like, this is like it's been open. He said, let's go to the security office. And security office like, oh, the lady in apartment 805, I think. I'm not for sure. He said she ain't getting her mail either. He's like, Lee Soo-kung ain't getting his, Goudet Young was like, Lee Soo-kung ain't getting her mail. And he's like, no. And so, and then next thing you know, Yoon Jin Yee's phone rang, and she's like, oh, that's Lee Soo-kung. And she's talking to her, and Goudet Young was like, oh, what, she's on a date? He's like, well, they really going on a lot of dates. And she gets then he hears a kind of different story. He was like, oh, what did she say? And she was like, well, the victim's brother, want to have, dinner with her. And then he's realizing, like, wait, when I got interrogated for being the one, that, Lee Soo-kung accused him of, he said, they told me that, she was the only daughter. So, and he's, trying to call, Lee Soo-kung, and she ain't picking up her phone because her phone's in use. And I'm thinking, text her, because I'm sure a ding or something will pop up in her ear. She heard ding. I guess she would. I'm assuming she would hear ding when someone else is like, calling her. But still keep calling her. One of your callers, someone need to be texting her, letting her know that you was in trouble. And that is the way it ended. And it was a good episode. Bye.